How much money do we need to be investing right now in the United States in water infrastructure?
So it's very interesting. The American Association of Civil Engineers have said that infrastructure in this country gets a D overall. Water infrastructure, interestingly, the EPA has estimated we need $700 billion just to keep the infrastructure in the situation it is now, or the shape it is now. To improve it would take even more. And then the American Water Works Association has pegged that number at $1 trillion. And interestingly, by 2020, 44% of all water infrastructure in the United States will be classified as poor, very poor, or beyond life.
So that's just to tread water, so to speak. I mean, just to stay where we are right now, you need between $700 billion and $1 trillion. Where is that money going to come from?
I think that's the really big question. In the 1970s, there were a lot of pools of free federal money. That has really, no pun, dried up. What you see in the water industry, interestingly, unlike electric and gas, is that 84% of all water is provided by municipalities or governmental entities, 98% of wastewater. Companies like American Water only provide 16% and 2% respectively. So what we believe is that private industry is part of the answer, which is very consistent with what the president's plan is.
There's a wide range of possible infrastructure projects, some of which basically you can't pay for themselves. Can't water sort of pay for itself? I mean, there's user fees. I have to pay water back up in my municipality. I have to pay money. Can't you just raise the rates a little bit and come up with this money?
That's an interesting thought. The interesting thing about water is people see it fall from the sky in rainfall and believe it should be free. And they don't think about the fact that it has to be treated to standards, that it's there where they need it, when they need it. Now, the interesting thing is water is the cheapest utility bill that most families will have. But there's also the need of water quality in things like Flint, Michigan, or where you have algae blooms in Lake Erie or in Lake Okeechobee. There are also lots of emerging contaminants that we're very concerned about. So this issue of water quality relates to water infrastructure, but it also relates to water quality.
Let me just seize on Flint, Michigan. It's my hometown, by the way, so I'm particularly sensitive to this. Are we going to have more Flint, Michigans across the country?
The interesting thing about Flint is lead is one of the most basic things you can treat for in a system. The real worry is that the next issue will not be lead, but it could be another contaminant. It could be, for example, we're seeing a 400-fold increase in Legionella or Legionnaire's disease over the past 10 years. Cryptosporidium, you read the headlines. So for us, it is about making sure that there's not another event that's another contaminant.